Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. Today, in this video, we will talk about 9 silent signs. Your cholesterol is way too high. You don't feel cholesterol rising. That's the problem. It doesn't cause pain, it doesn't change your appetite, and it doesn't show up in the mirror. But it can quietly damage your arteries for years without you realizing it. By the time a heart scan picks it up, the damage may already be advanced. The good news is, your body often gives early warnings, subtle, quiet signs that most people miss. In this video, you'll learn 9 silent signs that could mean your cholesterol is already way too high. 1. Numbness or tingling in your legs and feet. If you feel pins and needles in your feet, especially while resting, don't ignore it. It might not be a pinched nerve or just poor posture. In many cases, this happens because blood is not flowing properly. When cholesterol builds up in your arteries, it makes it harder for oxygen-rich blood to reach the extremities. Your legs and feet are far from your heart, so they are often the first areas affected by restricted blood flow. This numbness is not usually painful. It might come and go or show up more often after sitting or lying down. But over time, as circulation worsens, it can lead to more serious problems like cold feet, slow wound healing, or even nerve damage. If you've noticed tingling without a clear reason, especially if it's new or becoming more frequent, it could be your body's early way of telling you to get your cholesterol checked. 2. Changes in your toenails or delayed wound healing. Your toenails can reflect what's going on inside your blood vessels. If they are growing more slowly than usual, becoming brittle, or looking pale, this may point to poor blood circulation caused by narrowed arteries. Cuts and scrapes on your legs or feet that take too long to heal are another quiet warning. Cholesterol buildup limits the oxygen and nutrients your skin needs to repair itself. This results in wounds staying open longer than they should. These symptoms are common in people with peripheral artery disease, which is closely linked to high cholesterol. While brittle nails and slow healing may not seem serious on their own, together, they show that your body is struggling to circulate blood where it's needed. If these changes are new and unexplained, they should not be ignored. 3. Chest tightness or mild discomfort with movement. Not all heart symptoms come as sharp pain. In many people, cholesterol buildup causes a pressure-like feeling across the chest during physical activity. You might feel tightness when walking fast, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries. It usually fades after resting for a few minutes. Because it is not severe or constant, most people think it's related to being tired or out of shape. But this feeling, known as angina, can be one of the earliest signs that your heart's blood supply is not keeping up with demand. It is caused by narrowed coronary arteries, and cholesterol is the main reason these vessels get blocked. If you feel this tightness often, especially with movement, it is worth investigating. It might be the only warning you get before a more serious cardiac event. 4. Yellowish bumps. Near the eyes, elbows, or knees. Soft, flat bumps under the skin that appear yellow or orange could be xanthomas. These deposits are made of cholesterol that has built up in your blood and started leaking into nearby tissue. They are often painless and small, so people ignore them. But they are a strong signal that your cholesterol is out of balance. These bumps tend to appear on the eyelids, elbows, knees, and sometimes on the hands or heels. They do not itch or hurt, and they may grow slowly over time. Xanthomas are more likely if you have a family history of high cholesterol or a genetic condition like familial hypercholesterolemia. However, they can also show up in people with poor dietary habits or uncontrolled cholesterol levels. If you see these kinds of bumps forming, they are worth checking with a healthcare provider. 5. Erectile dysfunction in men. This is one of the most underreported and misunderstood symptoms related to cholesterol. Erections depend heavily on healthy blood flow. The blood vessels in the pelvis are small and sensitive, and when cholesterol starts to build up, they can become narrowed or stiff. This limits blood flow, making it more difficult to achieve or maintain an erection. Often, this is one of the first signs of vascular problems, showing up years before any heart-related symptoms. Many men blame it on stress, aging, or fatigue. However, if the issue is new and persistent, cholesterol levels should be evaluated. Addressing cholesterol early can not only protect your heart, but also improve the quality of life in this area. 6. Breathlessness. During mild activity. If you notice that walking to the mailbox, taking a flight of stairs, or carrying groceries leaves you more winded than before, it might not just be aging or poor fitness. Your heart needs a clear blood supply to function during activity. When cholesterol restricts that flow, the heart struggles to deliver enough oxygen to the body. This results in early fatigue and shortness of breath. People often adjust to this change without thinking much of it. They walk slower, take more breaks, or avoid stairs altogether. But this slow decline in physical endurance is often due to cholesterol narrowing the arteries. If you're noticing more breathlessness than usual, and especially if it's paired with other signs like fatigue or chest pressure, it's time to get a blood test and possibly an ECG. 7. Lightheadedness or mild dizziness. This symptom is often brushed off. People blame it on dehydration, standing too fast, or being tired. But if you are frequently feeling dizzy or unsteady, it could be linked to how well your blood is circulating. High cholesterol affects the arteries that carry blood to your brain. If the blood flow becomes less consistent, even for a moment, you may feel dizzy, faint, or off balance. Sometimes it happens when you rise from a chair or bed. Other times, it might strike in the middle of an activity or during stressful moments. Either way, recurring dizziness should never be ignored. If your brain is not getting enough oxygen because of narrowed arteries, it could lead to more serious issues like memory loss or stroke over time. 8. Subtle changes in memory or focus. Most people don't link mental fog to cholesterol. However, the brain is highly sensitive to circulation. If cholesterol is narrowing the arteries that supply the brain, it can cause small but noticeable changes in your thinking. You may find it harder to focus during conversations. You might forget small tasks, feel mentally tired more often, or lose your train of thought. These changes are slow. They often don't feel urgent, but they can be early signs that your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. If you are otherwise healthy, sleeping well, and not overly stressed, yet still feel mentally off, your cholesterol could be playing a role. The good news is that improving cholesterol through food, activity, and lifestyle changes often improves mental sharpness too. 9. Jaw or neck discomfort. During physical activity. This last sign is often confused with tension or muscle tightness, but a heavy or uncomfortable feeling in your jaw or neck that appears during exertion could be a referred symptom of heart trouble. When cholesterol narrows the coronary arteries, your heart has to work harder. That effort sometimes causes pain signals to travel to nearby areas, like the jaw, neck, or shoulder. It may feel like a tight collar, a dull ache, or mild heaviness. The discomfort usually goes away with rest. Because it does not feel like chest pain, people rarely connect it to the heart. However, this pattern is well known in cardiology and should not be taken lightly. If you feel this discomfort regularly while walking, climbing, or lifting, it deserves a closer look. In conclusion, these signs are not loud. They won't wake you up at night, but they matter. Your body often whispers before it screams. If you recognize 2 or more of these signs in yourself, consider it an invitation to take action now. Subscribe to VisitJoy for more life-saving content, and don't miss our next video on the daily foods that can help lower your cholesterol naturally and